we could have a debate about maybe he could have gotten benched for his lack of on the field production. That can be a debate about the system and scheme and all that stuff. But we're talking about the bare minimum here for a professional football player to show up.
Yeah.
Showing up.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. Mike Catalana along with Dan Fates. As always, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Jenna Cottrell getting a Veterans Day's rest today.
Yes.
Coming off the game, the quick trip, headed down to Houston. This is the League podcast. So we're going to be talking about the Bills, where they stack up in the league. I'll have top five, bottom five. I'll take some shots at people. You'll take some shots at people. That's the way
take some shots at Mike.
You're going to take shots at me.
That's what the top and bottom five have usually
my top
been.
and bottom five have been outstanding.
Yes.
And let's see how they go. And we're also going to have our White Claw grab of the week.
Yes.
So we're going to have all that for you. The Bills are coming off
the league
win.
Sponsored Stellar Roofing Window Siding.
How did I forget that part?
Gotcha.
Dan is here to keep me
on track. That's it.
I know.
Shout out the sponsor.
That's it. They've done a great job for us. They're here for us in the league. So let's start talking about the game and where it is now. You know, we're recording this on Monday afternoon, coming off the win. First, let's start with how much this team needed this win.
Yeah, massively. And again, we talked about it already, recapping the game. If you haven't seen it already, over 20,000 views already on the podcast. But the more you break it down, it just feels like they let Josh Allen beat Josh Allen again. It felt like that. There was more involvement with James Cook in the passing game. There was plays downfield that opened up stuff underneath. It allowed Josh to run 6 carries for 40 yards. He was mashing all the buttons, laddering the ball back down the field. Like, it just felt like that was exactly what they needed. And 44 points makes everything better. It just felt like they got back to a little bit of who they were with wide receivers and players that could make plays.
Yeah, Joe Brady looked like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, it's shocking.
Game, right? I mean, this is what happens when it goes bad. It can look bad. And we talk about panic every week when you lose. Look back these last 3 games. You take the Miami game out, which, by the way, I checked with the league. You're not allowed
to do.
Take that Miami game out, and everybody would have been like, the Bills would have been the team to win the Super Bowl. They would have been right there, just that. All you got to do is go down and beat New England. You're going to win the division, all that stuff. They didn't. They were terrible in Miami. Very costly loss for them. But before that, you had beaten the Chiefs when everybody was telling you the Chiefs got their act together. They're on their way. And it's not what the case has been.
Yeah.
And then you put up 44 on the Bucs, who have a pretty good offense, even though if they're banged up.
Yeah.
But that's what happens in this league. But to say that and then come back home and to start the way they did, and Josh was bad at the beginning of the game.
Yeah. I think that's what I take away most. And Sean, we touched on it a little bit, but Josh has talked about riding that wave.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny to do this on the league podcast, but he's like, we win 4 games to start the season. We're the best team in the league. He's like, we lose 2. We're the worst team in the league. And he's like, we're trying not to ride that wave.
Reading my ratings.
Yes.
Josh obviously watches.
Yes. Subscribes. So and then Sean kind of talks about, this wasn't a 44-point game where they won, where I went like, oh, it was perfect.
Yeah.
Like, there were still missed opportunities and stuff like that. But I did like what Sean was saying. Was like, I saw how tough we were, because it wasn't sometimes I think of a tough win as like 14-10. You were able to grind it out. No, this was a back and forth, 9 lead changes, all of those kind of things. That to me did show that, okay, they can get knocked down, they can get back up, and they could rely on Josh.
Yeah.
It was like they kind of like took the reins off him again. And they were like, go beat Josh Allen again. And that's a lot of fun for fans and myself to watch.
On the other side of the ball, we're going to talk more about the offense, but I do want to stick up for the defense for this. They got run over.
Yes.
Tampa ran the ball at will, moved it down the field. Did not throw the ball great against the Bills. Pass coverage was pretty good. The coverage was good. But they did have 2 opportunities to make plays, and they made them both times. The first one was when Josh threw the horrendous interception at his own 5-yard line. And they got to stop.
Sudden change.
kept him out of the end zone. And the second time was Cole Bishop making that play. They're down in the game when he makes that play.
Yeah.
And they dominate the rest of the way. And then they got another stop late. They got the strip sack of him.
Yeah.
The defense was not good. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to give up 32 points. The defense was good, but they were impactful a few times, and the Bills took advantage of that.
It felt like the defense we've seen from the last few years that
Yeah.
Brandon Beane said, I have to go out and get better, because it was a defense that seemingly was constantly getting run on, was seemingly giving
That's
up third
they
downs.
were.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not seemingly. They were, let me restate. They were getting run on constantly, seemingly not being able to get off the field on third down because they couldn't.
Yeah.
But they make that play.
Yeah.
Like, that's been the MO of this Bills defense for the last few years, is that it's not pretty, it's not great, but as somebody's at my door, they are able to make the play when it matters most. And it was Cole Bishop who is emerging into being a dude.
Yeah. No question that he
not
is.
Just a guy.
I bring that up because I think the offense obviously dominated the game for the Bills. And let's talk about what that was. And let's begin.
Oh, one last thing too about the offense and the way the defense is. The defense was on the field for 12 more minutes than the offense was. So, like, also give them a little bit of a leeway there too. And the offense had good field position because of really good special teams.
Yeah.
So the defense.
What happened there?
McCole Hardman's osmosis just made all of the return guys electric, Ray Davis included.
Add in then that he fumbled, add in that he got hurt. Not great.
Yes.
But Ray Davis was like, oh, we're allowed to have good returns?
I'll do that
multiple times.
Yeah. So
that was a plus.
So when I look again at the defense, I'm like, man, like, again, the Bills turned the ball over 3 times, once costly in their own end zone. And
then on that one, they got the 3 and out.
They got the 3 and out, forced the field goal.
And no, on the one when Hardman fumbled.
Oh,
the
yes.
Defense came up with a great series.
Yep.
And you fumble the ball after a 50-yard punt.
So again, it's nothing to hang your hat on and
No.
go, hey, we only allowed 32 points. We really buckled down in this game. But I do think they deserve some credit to them for not giving up 45.
They did play better in the second half, which was good. And they did make those couple of plays, and all that is fine. But man, it gave me freaking Detroit vibes, Rams vibes from a year ago when Josh
just went crazy.
The difference in those games is I don't remember Josh making a lot of mistakes in those 2 games.
No. And Josh has always talked too about when he, like, the game against not Carolina, it was the Chiefs game where he said he felt slotted. That he said, like, it's like the pitcher warming up in the bullpen knowing, like, I got it today. He didn't have it at the start of that game Sunday against the Bucs, and to figure it out and to kind of honestly seemingly throw his way through it, because midway through the second quarter, I'm going, he's got guys open.
Yeah.
And he's just missing them.
Okay. So got guys open. Let's get to that.
Okay.
Let's get into the fact that they played without Keon Coleman and Dalton Kincaid in this game. Forget the reason that Keon was out.
Okay.
Let's just pretend for a second he had a hamstring injury, and so he didn't play. So no Keon, no Dalton Kincaid. Let's start with the Keon part. They're better without him on the field.
100%.
This has nothing to do with his reason for being benched.
This is strictly on the field.
Yeah.
Is what we're talking about. Like, take the off the field issues aside,
which made it a must for them to go ahead and
make the on the field decision. Yes.
Yeah.
But with him not on the field, it seems like when he's on the field, it's a black hole one side of it. That defenses are easily able to eliminate one side of the field. The back alley plays, the backyard plays are fewer and far between. You can't script that. He hasn't been making those, and he hasn't been dependable enough.
He did get one in Miami, so he got the touchdown.
Yes, Josh said that. He got one.
So I know a lot of you want to see Keon succeed. That's fine.
For the record, I think everybody does.
Right, because it's better for this team.
Like, this is no, like, grudge. This isn't like I was right.
But you brought up meritocracy before, because I always say it, and you said to me a few weeks ago, then why is Keon getting all the snaps? Why is Keon getting the ball? He hasn't earned that. And guys, you love Keon. I'm talking to a lot of you. You really love Josh Allen. I don't think Josh Allen feels, I'll put it this way, Keon is the best guy to be in that position. I'm saying he doesn't trust him.
Yeah.
I'm saying Gabe Davis, injured, not playing, he has more trust in than a guy he's been out there with all year. And Gabe was okay. Like, he made a few plays, but you can see it's a vibe. It's always a vibes thing with Josh. He has it non-Keon, and then add in a guy he's had a decent amount of success with.
I'll take it one step further. That fourth down, is he throwing that slant to Keon?
Nope.
Like that tells you a lot for a guy that's been there practicing with Josh for a year and a half and trying to prove himself that he can be that reliable, dependable guy. And he's not in the field because of something, the off the field stuff. And then filling in his place is a guy that hadn't played a football game in a year. He hadn't played a football game in a year.
Yeah.
And Josh's first play, Josh throws it to him on a crucial fourth down.
And it's not just the fact that Keon is out, and so, then they end up with Gabe playing. Tyrell Shavers got more targets. How do you not root for that kid? You talk about stories. Listen, it would be great. I'm not saying that Shavers is going to be this great player. I'm saying is he certainly can fill the Mac Hollins role. He played like Mac Hollins played in his best moments for the Bills yesterday.
100%. And I think I'm going to use this word correctly, dichotomy.
Look at this.
The dichotomy of the two players.
Right.
And when you hear Josh after the game talk about Shavers.
Shaves.
It's different. Like you may be able to read the transcript and say, oh, this is what Josh says about Keon Coleman.
He lights up when he talks about Shavers. They all do.
I go back to when Shavers caught the 69-yard touchdown catch against the Jets. Who's the first guy to greet him there on the sidelines? It's Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He didn't throw him the touchdown, but he wanted to be there to celebrate with him.
Now he's got one with him.
Now he's got one with him.
Good. And Shavers plays special teams. So Josh mentions that. The guy scores that touchdown, then he's running under a kickoff. White claw. Grab life by the claw. So I had a thing. I said I was not going to give the pass catchers the grab of the game, grab of the week for a few weeks because of the way the offense was playing.
Yes.
And so I gave it to defense.
Yes.
The two guys I predicted to make interceptions.
That's right.
I'm going to make an exception. We're going back to the offense. Shaves coming through with the touchdown.
Massive. And again, just to see Josh Allen plant and throw, and longest touchdown pass, he said, since 2022 air yard
over
wise.
40 yards air yards. And I tweeted that was a sad stat because I just love seeing Josh throw the ball down the field when he and if he starts hitting them. And
it's a guy making a catch. Like, that is the true White Claw grab of the week. So grab life by the claws. Much needed.
Yes. You might have needed a few White Claws during the game.
Yes.
It was a stressful game back and forth, but the Bills found a way. So that's what he's giving you. And I know you want the pick to do well. It's good. But the idea is best players play. Best players for the team play. It's team first. And then Keon throws in the late for meetings, and it makes it easy for them to say, sit down. Now, while we're recording this, have not heard from Sean yet today.
Yeah.
And then he will talk again when we're at practice on Tuesday. I don't know what he'll say. If I'm coaching the team, and Sean did not ask me this, I'm just staying with what was there. I'll say it worked last week. We're going to stick with the same guys on a short week.
Yeah.
And then we'll see where it is. I'm not saying Keon's not ever playing for us again. I'm saying he's going to sit down a second game.
Yeah.
Those guys are going to play. I'm going to bring, as long as everybody's healthy, I'm going to bring the same guys back and I'm going to play. Is that what you would do?
Yeah, 100%. And the Hardman injury, like, he was, I don't know whether it was cramping in his calf, whatever, like, he was struggling to walk off the field yesterday after the game. So that's not great on a short week. Talk about a guy that hasn't been playing football much. They talk about the football shape. But I would still even insert Elijah Moore in, then put Keon Coleman back in.
Yeah.
Like, and we touched on Keon yesterday in the podcast that's up right now. But there was also a game to discuss amongst that as well. And there was also Josh Allen's another amazing game and the win. Like, that's the bigger picture. But the more I keep thinking about this Keon stuff, I'm getting even more frustrated. And I'm also getting a little bit frustrated too of like some of the backlash of like, well, Mike, he's 22 years old. And comments of, well, when I was 22, I was late to work for a couple times.
No.
Well, guess what? I doubt, I'm not sure, you weren't a professional football player at 22. And you missing your job as the caddy at your local golf course or something like that is different. And it wasn't one time. Yesterday, this wasn't the first meeting he's missed. This wasn't the first off the field incident.
It's the third time he's been reprimanded by the team that we know of.
That is another point. These are the three that we're aware of.
Right. So he sat for an opening
quarter against Jacksonville his rookie year. Then sat for an opening drive against New England this year, and now he sat for a game.
Yeah. And as far as I can tell, there's not another guy on the team that's been, I'll say, publicly disciplined like that. Is there?
In the Sean McDermott era.
I'm trying to remember. Maybe there was. Somebody might remember something where a guy
But that was so it would have been an insignificant
This is
player.
3 times in a year and a half into your career. So he's not making it any better for himself in that way.
And
look,
Shannon
say the truth. If he was tearing it up, I'm not saying they totally look the other way. They might look.
You
the
got
other
a longer
way.
leash.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And I never thought I'd agree with really anything that Shannon Sharpe said, but he was talking about it, and Steve Smith got to take a little victory lap. But Shannon Sharpe was talking about talent and tolerance. And he kind of made the comparison of Justin Jefferson can be late to a meeting. Hey, Justin, make sure we get there on time.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll pick you up and bring you to the meeting.
Yeah, like that. None of that's happening. But the tolerance can never be above the talent. And when Keon, now you're looking at, like you said, his on the field production, his talent is now here. The tolerance can't stay up here. The talent always has to stay above the tolerance. So what were we just talking about of what, Jerry Jones would say?
Yeah. It was I think it was
Jimmy Johnson
with Michael Irvin. He was like, I think if I remember this right, the thing was like, you can never fall asleep in like one of his meetings.
Yeah.
But if Michael fell asleep, it'd be like, hey, Michael, get up.
Yeah.
Or, are you okay? We'll start the meeting over. Like, he made the point that like different people get treated differently. The thing is, with most players, like the good ones, you don't have to worry about that because they ain't showing up late. They understand this is the way it works in the league.
Mike, Sean always makes the comparison to like our jobs. Like when he's like, oh, like this guy's maturing, like, as you guys, you get better at your jobs or your profession. If we have a 6 o'clock news, I can't show up at 6:05. And you can't be like, Dan's got the 3 kids at home, hey, like it's tough. I just don't understand. I'm not saying that cut the guy, like this is the worst, he's awful. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is that I'm not going to bend over backwards to try and find an excuse for a guy that's late to the small, like it's just showing up.
Yeah.
Like we're not, if you want to, we could have a debate about maybe he could have gotten benched for his lack of on the field production. That can be a debate about the system and scheme and all that stuff. But we're talking about the bare minimum here for a professional football player to show up.
Yeah.
Showing up.
Yeah. Showing up, being there on time. It shows an accountability. Also, I talked to Keon that whole interview. I think it's not just me. It's a group of reporters.
The scrum. Yep.
And I know maybe it's just semantics. And I know sometimes guys say things and to make it sound good. Keon doesn't say a lot, but I give him credit. He stopped. He talked to everybody. But man, at some point, now this has happened again. I asked him, do you feel like you let down Josh? And he's like, yeah, that could be the case, but you'd have to ask him. That's not what the question was. The question was, did you let him down? His answer should be, yeah, I let my quarterback down. I need him to have faith in me. It's not going to happen again. And maybe he feels that way. I'm giving him that. But not after it's happened. And it's already happened this year where you got benched. So when I say this, it's like, if you're the coaches, you're like, it's a tipping point. Even Dion was like, what? He's got to grow up and like
no more pats on the back.
Passes. Yeah, no more pats on the back. He's got to do it. And that's coming from his teammates.
And that's what drives me. I think like when people make that, well, what I was late to work when my job, guess what? You don't have 52 other guys, coaches, front office people whose lives and jobs depend on you.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best things Josh ever figured out was, I always remember the Dan Orlovsky.
Well, if you do, maybe you're like a doctor.
Yes. But like, I remember
surgery time.
I remember,
sorry.
it was a few years ago when Josh was turning the ball over too much and Orlovsky was on, I think, One Bills Live, and he was talking about it. And he was saying, he goes, the best thing that ever happened to me was a coach in Houston coming up to him and being like, you hold my job in your hands.
Yeah.
You hold your teammates' jobs in your hands. Their success is held like on you. That's the whole point of a team,
right?
Is that you're dependable to the guy that to your left and right. Look at any Disney sports movie or anything.
Right.
Look, you got to trust the guy to your left and the right. Right now, they can't trust Keon.
On or off the field.
Correct.
When I say off the field, I'm talking about like showing up for meetings. I'm not saying anything else about
it. That's all we're talking about here.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so frustrating where it's like, I'm not going to make it a bigger deal than what it is. There are way more serious things that happen off the field with other teams. Like the Bills have really kept it everything we talk about. They've got good guys. They've got good culture guys, good fit. But I'm not going to give them a pass and try and downplay how easy it should be to show up to your job when you're asked to.
The age thing bothers me because Brandon Beane has said that. Now, when Beane was saying that, it's about the players got to develop. Second round pick. And saying, well, he's young. And he is young. And I will say this. In the NFL, like, things ramp up fast. The league, that train doesn't wait for anybody. You don't have a lot of time to develop unless you're a player like on the practice squad who eventually works your way in there. For the most part, they draft you. This is not baseball where they stick you in the minors. Like, Beane
and where you get a chance to grow up, Mike.
Yeah. Well, Beane would say, he's kind of young. Okay. I'll give you that a little bit. Rookie year. He was on the younger side, whatever it is. But at some point, I always say, Josh Allen doesn't care how old you are. If you're on the field, throw him the ball.
Yep.
They got 2 second-round picks, right?
Yep.
Cole Bishop, Keon Coleman, strictly on the field. Keon's been out there more than Cole.
Absolutely.
Because rookie year was kind of a waste for Cole.
Absolutely.
Didn't look like he got it. Was hurt. Wasn't ready. Never anything in terms of his work ethic and all that. Just didn't look like in the beginning he could play. He had some unfortunate circumstances,
being
by the
part when he was dribbled by like a basketball.
Yes, a couple of times.
Because
he, that's what he got when he ended up playing against Derrick Henry. First game that he got thrown in, first game of his second year.
Yeah.
Looked for a while like, what is with this guy? Now he's a dude.
He's a dude.
And it's clicked with him. Year 2. He's not as young as Keon, but it's close.
Correct. Our criticisms of Cole Bishop have always been football. On the field.
Yep.
Like, so they're not the same player that you said, like, well, why is Cole now still getting more chances to learn? Like, well, he's been doing apparently showing up to meetings and doing all the right things off the field.
Yeah,
he's earning those opportunities through his actions off the field.
Yeah. And last year he didn't.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't ready for it. I know a lot of you, I'm not going to just say you dismiss this, but like if the Bills had a wide receiver that stepped right in, let's say they drafted Tez Johnson in the 7th round and the Bills were like, we're going to play this guy because I will bring you back to Kyer Elam and Christian Benford. Kyer worked his butt off. I just don't think he was good enough. And they found out he wasn't good enough. Most of you were like, hey, guy can't play. Sit him down because we got Christian Benford.
Yeah.
Right? That's the way the NFL works. So the minute there's a guy who's better than Keon, you're not going to worry about that part. You're going to say, play that guy. And we saw glimpses of that. And I know Gabe Davis is not exactly like you're bringing in this superstar. It's not like you draft. They obviously were going to trade for Jalen Waddle.
Correct.
So they were looking for somebody there.
Yep.
So again, let's see how it plays out. If I'm Sean McDermott, he's not playing on Thursday because it's a short week and the other guys played. And then we see how he reacts. And then we see if we get him back.
Well, it's also because I'm trying to literally continue playing the Tampa Bay game.
Yeah.
I am trying to.
Tough. That's a good defense.
Right. No, I'm just saying I would literally just try and feed off of that.
Yeah.
Like we may look back at the end of this season as they get ready towards the wild card game or the divisional round or something like that and go, that Miami game changed things.
Yeah.
Like that could be a crucial part where you and I were in Miami and we're like, this is bad. Like, this is really bad. Maybe that's what it took. Maybe that's what it takes to make real changes. So that's where I look at the big picture and you go, okay, Chiefs was great. Miami was terrible. And now you played a pretty solid three-phase game against the Bucs. Continue that against probably the best defense in the National Football League.
They're very good. Their offense struggles. So we'll be talking a little bit more about it.
Davis chills because he's so cool. That's what D'Amico Ryan said. He's so chill. Instead of Davis Mills, Davis chills.
Really?
Yeah, that's what
D'Amico. Really?
Yeah.
I believe you guys would say it's a little cringy.
Yes.
6'7". He did throw for 200 some yards. It took him like 45 passes. Their defense is legit. Like, they get after it. And Josh's experience in that stadium, crazy playoff game, injured when Nate Peterman came in his rookie year.
Threw a pick six at the end of the game.
Nate did, yes. And then last year, 9 of 30.
Yeah. So it was the injury first. That was like week 5.
Yes, I'm sorry. Injury first.
Rookie year. The next year, crazy playoff game, up 16-0, lost in overtime.
Right.
Then last year was awful.
Yeah. Bad. The end of that game when McDermott had him throw.
They went 3 and out and gave the ball back to Houston.
Yeah. And they kicked the long field goal. But that was an atrocious. So he hasn't had fun in that place. You know, I think they need to score.
I honestly
23 points to win the game.
I just had a thought.
Yeah.
Because for a second I went, I don't know who the Texans running back is. And then I remembered. I think it's Nick Chubb.
It is Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
because like we've joked
from USC. Somebody will put it in the comments.
Yeah.
They got a rookie from USC. They have Nico Collins,
who makes a backup quarterback's job a life easier.
Yeah, he's
because he's got 16 catches and 230 yards since Davis has taken over.
Yeah, I think he had 8 or 9 for like 92 yards in the game. So it's going to be a tough trip down there.
Yeah.
But it's one of those cases where you get the Patriots already got their win on that Thursday against the Jets. You have 2 games within 5 days. You get 2 wins there.
Yeah.
You sort of take a breath for a second, and because then you have a mini bye before you go to Pittsburgh. You go from being struggling, as Joe Namath would say, to 8-3. So you are a game and a half behind the Patriots. And you're looking for some help.
Yeah.
And you're still in the race.
Yeah.
This game Thursday is very important if you want to stay in the race for the division title.
All right, let's give me your bottom 5, and I will judge.
Okay. It's funny. I try to do the bottom 5, and some of these really bad teams have a good effort. Titans are one of them, right?
Yes.
They play kind of hard. They've hung in there, but I have them 5th. I'm putting them 5th. 5th from the bottom. I go bottom up. 4th. I have the Falcons.
Yep.
I'm ripping the Falcons.
Yeah.
Now they're all hurt.
Yes.
Drake London got hurt. What's his name? The quarterback, he's out. He's on IR.
Yes. Penix.
Yeah. That team that destroyed the Bills for half that game.
Yes.
Is falling apart. They've lost 5 in a row.
Yes.
3rd, I have the Commanders.
Okay.
They are bad. And if they have any brains in their head, do not put that poor kid Jaden Daniels out there.
Correct.
You are done.
Yeah.
You are done. And then I do the Jersey teams. Jets 2, Giants 1. I'm putting Giants 1. They just know how to lose.
Giving Cleveland a pass?
Yeah, because Cleveland plays tough. They play hard.
Because Myles Garrett
is a freak of nature.
Yeah.
It would be an insult to him
to be on the worst team in your rankings.
Yes, because he's the best individual football player in the league. Is he not?
No, you're right.
At his position. Josh is wonderful, right? There's a lot of great players. Puka Nacua, name who you want. Nobody does their job better than that guy.
Fair. Top 5.
You know criticisms of these 5?
No, that's fair. I mean, you
Jets
could,
and Giants just belong there.
yeah.
By the way,
You
Aaron
can pull
Glenn,
a name out of a hat.
Aaron Glenn, stop telling us about the quarterbacks. It doesn't matter to anybody.
Back to Terod.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
It's like he makes this announcement like, here we go. I'm like, no. And then the Giants lost because the Giants find a way to lose. All right, my top 5. Number 5, Indianapolis Colts.
Ooh.
Coming off a bye.
Okay.
They're right there. Number 4, I got to give it to the Broncos. I said I like the Broncos.
Yeah.
You beat the Chiefs. That was good. You beat the Chiefs. That was nice. That was nice. We'll see how they end up, but that was good. Bo Nix came through at that's what the guy does.
That's what he does.
It's not been great at
he's
other times.
He's got some Tebow in him.
Oh, he's better than Tebow.
Obviously, but he's got that look really bad for 3 quarters.
Tebow would look bad for like games and games.
For the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, he'd make a couple of plays, but he was bad. And they won without Pat Surtain, too.
Yes, that defense is going to get better.
Patriots, I have number 3.
Okay. That's fair.
You got to give them their flowers. That's where they are.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just wondering who these.
I finally have moved the Eagles to 2, and I'm moving the Eagles to 2 because
their offense stinks.
Their offense is struggling. That is so Joe Namath. Do you ever hear him say that?
Yes.
He's struggling. Their defense is so good. Their defense is so good. And they stole Jalen Phillips from the Dolphins. Their defensive line just dominates games. Their linebacker play is outstanding. Quinyon Mitchell is the best corner in the league right now. Cover corner. He doesn't get the interceptions. And number 1, I have the Rams. I think the Rams are the best team in the league right now. The Eagles have the tiebreaker on them because they beat them head to head. But I think the Rams combination of offense and defense, Stafford's playing great, though they did not have a great offensive game against Seattle. Defense came through with 4 interceptions. Yeah. But I have the Rams number 1.
Honorable mentions then I would imagine for you would be Seattle, Buffalo.
Yeah, the Bills are right there. But I mean, come on. Like, a week ago you lost to
Green Bay's defense is also really good.
They're good. Yeah. Just Green Bay's team is flawed.
Yeah.
And their offense is not good. Detroit, talented, but right now, isn't it funny? Right now, Detroit's out of the playoffs.
6-4.
Yeah. They lose to the good teams. They've lost to the good teams.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't really have too much. I don't know if I'd have Philly 2.
I put 2 up because the offense will come around.
Yeah.
Though Lane Johnson's hurt.
Yeah.
Definitely going to probably miss most of the rest of the regular season.
The Bears keep winning too.
Bears are fraud. Bears are a fraud. Fraud.
Maybe next week we just do a fraud list.
I'll do a fraud list. Yeah. Fraud.
For reals and frauds.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I have to do that.
Content brain.
I know. Before we go, hold on. It's good podcasting. Talk about something.
Yeah, so next week we'll do for reals and frauds.
How did I lose this?
What did you lose, Mike?
Well, because we were sitting here talking about what we were going to do, and I said I was going to do this, and then I didn't do it.
I still think going back to that 2019 playoff game in Houston, I still say that was the loudest crowd I've ever been a part of.
All right. I think that's it.
Yeah, heading to Houston.
Yeah, be down there for the game. It's going to be something to see. Like, this is one, go down there, get the job done, try to get a win and get out, because it's a tough place to play. It's a tough team defensively, but you need the win. And then things look a little brighter. Yeah. Then you can legitimately scoreboard watch on the Patriots.
That's it.
They got a few games. The Bills have a few games. So
like, comment, subscribe, content throughout the rest of the week. They'll be heading to Houston.
Yeah. For Dan Fates, I'm Mike Catalano. Thanks for watching. And thank you to our sponsor, Stellar Roofing, Windows and Siding. We thank them for being part of Buffalo Plus here on the League Podcast. We'll see you next time from the Connors and Ferris studio on Buffalo Plus.